How is everyone this morning? Let us know where you're checking in from, what part of the country or the world you are. We'd love to know where everyone is joining us from today. I'm
Be
in
sure that you
Virginia.
can hear us.
Yes, can you hear us?
And make sure there
Let
is
us
no
know.
feedback or echo.
Let us know your comments. Let us know where you're checking in from.
Hi, Caroline.
Hello,
Good morning.
Caroline. Good morning. Sound is good. Thank you, Caroline, for letting us know. Hello, DJ from Georgia.
Great. So people are popping in.
That's wonderful. Hello from
So
Iowa,
who's
Julie.
excited
Thank
for our
you.
demo coming up? Or our stitch along, I guess.
Yes, is everyone signed up to get reminded of the actual Stitch Along event that's happening August 23rd, Tuesday, August 23rd at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We will be actually sewing the notebook design. And today we want to talk all about the supplies you need because Reen has come up with an amazing hack or an adaptation of the design of her notebook. And so we wanted to talk to you a little bit about where to get the items and how to be all prepared for it so that when we go live on the 23rd, you are all ready to go with your machine turned on, the design loaded to your machine, and ready to stitch with us. So good morning from California, Montana, North Carolina, Michigan, Ohio, Italy. I used to live in Italy for 6 years. Good morning,
Morning,
everyone. Good
Murtis.
morning.
All right. So you want to get started here, Dawn? Oh,
Yes,
you want to tell them
yes.
about the giveaway we're going to do during this live right now?
Yes, that's right. So you can see down the bottom of your screen, it says enter the giveaway. If you put in hashtag Cuddle3, we will be giving away packs of 2 packs. Reen will be sending one and I will be sending one. We are going to be, it's the Cuddle fabric that we're using in our actual stitch outs on the 23rd. And we'll be sending out a pack. We ask that it's only U.S. addresses only because we'll be paying for the shipping. Or if you have a U.S. address that we can ship the item to and then get it to you, that will also work. So thank you so much for putting in your hashtag Cuddle3 to be entered into the giveaway. And if you could stay till the very end so that you will find out if you're a winner and you can contact us.
Sounds great. I do see that someone has entered the code wrong for the giveaway. There are no spaces in it.
Yes, no spaces. No spaces. All Cuddle3 all together, one word, hashtag Cuddle3. It's there at the bottom of the screen. You can see, and that will enter you into the giveaway. So, Reen, would
Morning,
you like
Sheila. Thanks for joining us.
Would you like to get? Hi, Sheila. How are you? Great to see you here. Thanks for joining us. Reen, would you like to get started? Oh, Shannon Fabrics is here. Fabulous. We will be talking about Shannon Fabrics. That's where the Cuddle is from. So we're happy that they're tuning in with us as well this morning.
So we do want to say that the designs that we're going to be using, the notebook cover and Dawn's wonderful collegiate alphabet, are on sale. And they're going to be on sale until, what did we say, Dawn, the 30th?
The 30th. The 30th. So a week after the event has occurred, they will still be on sale up to a week after. This is being recorded. So of all of our fans who are tuning in after the live, thank you so much for watching and joining us. And when you watch this, if it's up until August 30th, 2022, you will be able to get the designs on sale.
All right, so let's just talk a little bit about how Dawn and I got together. We're both designers. We both create machine embroidery designs. Dawn kind of reached out to me with a question about a machine, and then we started talking, and then I brought it up to her. Maybe we should, do a live together. We did one Was it last month or the month before?
It was in June.
Yeah, so we did one in June and it was great. So we decided to do it all over again.
Yes, we did. And here we are for twice this month.
Right. 'Cause this is like our prequel to the actual stitch along, which is happening on the 23rd. So let me go ahead and talk about the cover. I'm going to switch my camera. So the cover that we're using is my Dazzling Diamonds notebook cover. It's made in fabric. You can see it has quilting on the front. It has an area here you could put any kind of a design that you wanted to. The inside has a pocket. Add a little, a couple of credit cards or something in there. This one, I added a page marker or two. This is all done in the hoop.
Reen, can I have you stop a minute? Sorry, everyone. I'm new to this whole thing. So, Reen, can you get it so that it's just showing your mat?
There we go. Whoops.
Okay.
Let me put it here and we're going to have to do it like this.
Okay.
So again, it's the Dazzling Diamonds notebook cover. This is made out of fabric, but we got a new twist on it. So this is another one. This is one that I added a design to the front. Still has the quilting on it. This flower is part of my new hand sketch florals. It's a collaboration I did with Designs and Machine Embroidery. And this is what we came up with to do with this sew along. So this is Cuddle fabric. That's what we're going to be using. We're using two different pieces, colors of hide fabric. This is Dawn's letter, or collegiate font. There is a vinyl underneath, and Dawn will talk about that. And I kind of move it around so you can see how pretty and shiny this is. And then we used another Cuddle, a Cuddle 3 for the actual letter. And Dawn can talk about how these letters are like really trending right now. And a lot of people use chenille, or they are done in chenille, but our embroidery machines can't do chenille. You need a special machine. So Cuddle, though, is just perfect for it. We're going to be doing a little bit different than the fabric one. We're not going to be doing the quilting. We're going to skip over the quilting. We're going to skip the inside pocket. The Cuddle 3 is also used on the inside flaps to get the notebook in. This is one with the K on it. Here's one I did with an L on it. I just love these. Teens are going to love these. Going off to college. I don't know. I love them. I'm going to have a couple sitting around on my desk too. But this is the design we're going to be using. And well, let's see. So it's going to actually, I'm going to go over the kit a little bit later. So we'll do that and then we'll talk about the Cuddle that we're using, etc.
Reen, we have a question for you.
Yes.
Carol wants to know what size notebook does this cover fit?
Okay, it fits a 5x7 notebook, and I'll go ahead and go over the notebooks now. Dawn and I have gotten notebooks at, I think she got some at Walmart and the dollar store. I've got them at Target. Let me just grab one of these here. And this is the one I got from Target. I'll just pull it out. It is the Mead 5-star 5x7 notebook. They are readily available right now because it's back to school time. This one is bound on the edge. Let me just kind of move the edge there. It's bound. The spiral type notebooks aren't really going to work for this. You notice on this one, if I hold it up this way, it's got a really big spiral. And what that does is when it's inside the notebook, you have to allow for that huge spiral, and it's not quite long enough. This is going to be made in a 8x12 hoop. So you need more length on it to use something with a huge spiral. They do sell notebooks that have smaller spirals in them that you can use. If you can't find the ones like we got at Target, or you can get them at Walmart. Let's see, I think I had another style in here. Nope, these are all the Target ones. But you can readily get them right now. Murtis, the link to Dawn's alphabet, I think she put it up there, didn't you, Dawn? Or you want to go ahead and throw it up there again?
I did put it in there. Yep, I did. Reen, Kathy wants to know, what is the hoop size that is used for this design?
This is going to be stitched in a 8x12 hoop for a 5x7 notebook. And I'll go over all the supplies that we're going to use and that we're going to need in just a little bit. But maybe Dawn can talk about, during the demo, she's going to be using Embroidery to show you how to bring a design in. And she can talk a little bit more about her letters.
Yes. Okay, so right now, as Reen showed you, let me switch to my mat here so you can see the covers that I have made. I did 3 different ones and used the Cuddle fabrics that we'll talk about in a minute with the letters, the Collegiate Letters. So I have several different versions of the Collegiate Letter on my website. This specific one that we're using is finished with the running stitch here on the outside of it, and then the satin stitch is around this part of the letter. Now, I don't know if you all have seen the letters that they're being sold as patches, and you can either sew them on or iron them onto an item. They're by a brand called Stony Clover, and they're extremely popular right now. This letter is also very popular with, Letterman jackets. And I have done some samples for you to see. I also did last month, or actually in June, when we did Reen's zippered bag here, I put the letters here on the bag to personalize it. And I also did some sweatshirts for my daughter going off to college. I did the word ciao because she has extremely fond memories of the time that we lived in Italy. And with this one, I used some glitter canvas. I'll talk about different options for this in a minute, but I used glitter canvas, and the inside of this letter right here is a microfiber towel. So I bought a huge pack of the microfiber towels. I think there were 18 of them, 6 white, 6 gray, and 6 of a turquoise color, and purchased them at Walmart for $5. So this is one way to get that chenille look without actually being chenille. And then my daughter is going to Virginia Tech. Please no hate comments. So she's a Hokie, and she wanted a personalized, one-of-a-kind sweatshirt that she can't buy in the bookstore. One of the things I also wanted to mention with some of these letters is it can be kind of challenging to cut in between the areas here to get really close to the stitching and cut in these areas. I don't know about you, but I think it looks great just leaving it as a whole piece and cutting on the outside of it to make the background, the vinyl and the canvas stand out a lot better. So if you see my notebook here with the D, I didn't cut out the center because it gets really hard to do that. And I feel like with the wonderful nap and loft and height of this Cuddle, that it could kind of come over a little bit, covering up the letter itself. So for some letters, you may want to leave parts of the vinyl in the back there, so the letter can stand out above the awesome Cuddle. So that's about the letter. I have it in zigzag finish. I have it like this one, the running stitch and the satin stitch. I also have it all in bean stitch. So you can find several different versions on my website. Specifically for this project, we will just be doing the one with the bean stitch and the satin stitch. Are there any questions about the letter that I can answer?
There aren't any questions right now.
Okay. So, Reed, if you want to talk about the supplies for the cover, and then I can talk about the supplies for the letter.
Okay, so let's go over what you're going to need to make the cover exactly as we are. We are using the Dazzling Diamonds in the Hoop notebook cover from Embroidery Garden. We are going to be not using all the pieces. Again, we're not going to add that inside pocket, etc. But I'll switch to my table so you can see the pieces that we do need. All right, so let's start with the hoop. Again, it's an 8x12 hoop that you're going to need. You're going to need a no-show poly mesh type of stabilizer. And there's only really 6 pieces to the whole thing. We need a piece of batting that's 9x13. And these dimensions that I'm going to give you, if you go to our announcement for the stitch along, all this information is there. This is going to be the top piece. And when I say top piece, I am referring to this top piece of the notebook, this pink Cuddle. And this Cuddle is a hide Cuddle. And it's called hide basically because if you kind of look at it, you have fibers going this way and that way, and it resembles animal hide. So we decided to use this because it just gives a nice, furry little look. Cuddle is a knit fabric. It does have stretch to it. It stretches in one direction. You can see it's not stretching this way. It is stretching this way. So when this piece is cut, you want the 13 inches to be cut this way. And Cuddle does have a nap. On this particular piece, the hide, we're not really going to worry about which way the nap goes because, you can brush it one way, you can brush it another way, and it's not really that big of a deal until we get to the Cuddle 3 pieces, which are the thinner pieces of Cuddle. So we need the top piece that is 6x13. We're going to need the bottom piece. And again, when it's in the hoop, it's like this, just so you know that it's stitching like this. So this is the top piece, the bottom piece that I'm referring to. This is another Cuddle hide, very pretty. You can get Cuddle at your local quilt shop. You can get Cuddle from online outlets. You can go to shannonfabrics.com and you can look at all the beautiful colors that they have there. In addition to these 2 pieces, we're going to need the pocket pieces. And these are Cuddle 3. Cuddle 3 it's called Cuddle 3 because it's a 3mm pile and it has a definite direction of nap to it. You see this way, and then when I brush down the opposite way, you can see the lines in it. So we're going to want these 2 pocket pieces going in a certain direction. When the notebook is finished, we open it up. We want the nap going downward on both of these pocket pieces. And there's a way that we are going to make sure that we have it going downward. So these are your 2 pocket pieces. You're going to have to prepare these before we get started with the actual stitch along. So what I like to do to prepare these 2 pieces is I cut them, and they're both cut 9x6, the 9 inches going, with the nap. So I want to make sure my nap is going downward on both pieces. So I check that. So I know that they're going to need to be this way, okay, because the nap is going downward on both. You need to finish the 2 inside edges. And I like to put a little clip there because once I pick these pieces up and go over to my machine, I don't want to get mixed up and finish the wrong edge because that would make one of them being upside down. So go to my machine, and there are a couple of ways you can do it. You can stitch it. You look at this one, you can see I zigzagged the edge. What I did was I turned it under about 1/2 of an inch and just zigzagged. You could do a straight stitch, doesn't matter. If you don't want to sew, you could just turn the edge under about 1/2 to 1/4 of an inch and use steam-a-seam. If you're going to use steam-a-seam, though, you're going to need to, when you're turn it over. You use a press cloth. Don't put your iron directly onto the Cuddle. Use a press cloth to protect it. And you're going to have to apply some pressure because this is a little bit thicker than, if you were using fabric. The instructions tell you for the actual notebook cover, when you're doing it in fabric, use a folded piece of fabric for both pockets. You can't fold over the Cuddle and use it because it makes it too thick to use. So that's why we're only using one layer, and we have to finish off an edge. These pieces I did iron SF 101 to. It's, I recommend it. You don't have to do it, but it just gives these pieces a little bit of body. And I think it's kind of important on the inside. They have a little bit of body on these pieces. You can see there's the SF 101 here on this piece. After you have your pockets prepared, and you would want to do this before we start the sew along, the only other piece that we need is a 9x13 piece of matching coordinating fabric. And this piece is actually, let me pull the notebook out so you can see it. It's actually finishes off the inside of the notebook. So there are no raw edges in this whole notebook. You can't use Cuddle for this piece because, again, it makes it too thick. So that's why we're using a piece of fabric. Some other supplies you want to have on hand: tape. I like to use this medical tape. It's going to hold things really well. One color of embroidery thread should get you through this project. 7511 needle, no kind of special needle. When you sew Cuddle, it's recommended to use like a 9014 stretch needle. We don't really need to do that when we're doing machine embroidery, or I never have, and I haven't had a problem with it using a 7511. You're going to need a few straight pins, some good scissors, and I like to use these Kai serrated scissors because they really cut the Cuddle nicely. It doesn't slip. And if you have a stiletto, that's going to come in very handy. If you don't have a stiletto, one of these pins will work for the project, but this is basically to fluff up the edges of the notebook after you're done, because this is like stitching fur. So when it stitches it together, some of these fibers will go down inside the seam, and you'll just take your stiletto and kind of fluff those up out of the seam. And that's all you're going to need to, to create this, except for the pieces for the letter. And Dawn can go over, I don't know if you have the actual pieces, Dawn.
I do, yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do. Yep. So I can switch to my mat here and show you. So these are all the pieces that Reen just spoke about here. And I have two pieces cut for the letter. So this is holographic vinyl that we want to have a piece about 6 inches by 6 inches wide by 8 inches high. We are doing what we have chosen to do on the front of the covers is a 5-inch letter. So obviously your pieces of vinyl, and then the top piece is going to be determined by the size of the letter that you're using. If you're using something smaller, obviously you'll want less fabric, a smaller piece of fabric. On this first one I did, I think this is the 4-inch letter, and then this is the 5-inch letter. So you can see the difference in that. Just in our demo, we will be using the 5-inch letter. So I'll talk a little bit now about the types of vinyl or canvas, and it does make a difference, more so with clothing, when you're sewing it on clothing as opposed to when you're sewing it on the cover. The cover, the thickness of the vinyl isn't going to matter so much. This here, the one I used, is a very thick vinyl sheet that was purchased from Hobby Lobby or Michael's, and it's a very, very thick vinyl. I used a 7511 needle and embroidery thread and had no problems doing the satin stitch all the way through this thick vinyl here. This vinyl is something that we bought at Hobby Lobby. It comes on a roll. It's very thin and it works beautifully. The Hobby Lobby also has other rolls of vinyl. This one is really thick, And again, I used that one on this letter here, and there was no problems sewing through it at all. So you can use this one here is a marine vinyl, and marine vinyl ends up being thicker than canvas sheets. These were both purchased from Merc World. You can find these also on Amazon, marine vinyl sheets. You can find them at My Punk Embroidery, which is a website. You can find marine vinyl also on rolls in Joann, but it's not usually glitter, so which doesn't really matter much. And then this is one of the sheets from Hobby Lobby here. That's a glitter. And so those are different options for the backing or the back of the letter here that you may want to use. One of the things you can do too that I liked to do, and I think Reen did it as well, is to use, as she mentioned, you can use one color of thread for the entire project if you want. This one I chose the contrasting color for the outline of, and used the same color for the vinyl and the satin around the letter. This one, it was contrasting for the vinyl, but it ended up being the same color for the letter. So that's how you can get away with just sticking one thread on your machine and doing the entire project in one thread and not having to change it out. I had a question earlier about, does the alphabet come with all 26 letters? And it does. The alphabet comes with all 26 letters, uppercase, for all of them. So you do get the entire alphabet. And I think it's Ether. If I'm saying your name incorrectly, I apologize. Please let me know. But being able to personalize this project is perfect. We agree. We think it's so cute to be able to make this personalized, not only in just adding the letter, but the colors as well. So being able to take this notebook and adding the adorable Cuddle with it, that makes it so soft. And I know my daughters are excited about this because they love to journal, they love to sketch, and having a personalized notebook, something that is theirs to use, is it's priceless, right? It is a great gift idea. We agree. So, and it's great for back to school, and it's also wonderful for teachers. I think would be awesome for teacher gifts, and Christmas as well. We're always trying to figure out what is a great thing to do for Christmas. So any other questions we may have about those things? Yes, Betty, great gift idea for your granddaughter. It is perfect. And Reen, who did you make one for? I know you said you made one for someone.
I've made ones for my daughter-in-law, got one for me, and I'm still thinking about the one that we're going to do at the actual stitch along, who I'm going to make that one for.
Yes.
I also put some links into the chat. I put the links to Shannon Fabrics, shannonfabrics.com. You can also go to their blog, which there's a link there, and learn more about Cuddle. I've actually written a few blog posts for them on machine embroidery and using Cuddle. Full disclosure, Dawn and I are both Shannon Fabric brand ambassadors. There's a I Love Cuddle Fabrics Facebook group where people are posting beautiful blankets and projects and stuffed animals and all kinds of things that they're making with Cuddle fabric. You can get lots of information about Cuddle there. And every Tuesday, they call it Sew Together Tuesday, they have a live with their national educator, Teresa Coates, who takes you from the start to finish of a project, whether it's a garment, a stuffed animal, a blanket, a pillow, whatever. So these are really fun, informative events. And if you belong to the I Love Cuddle Facebook group, they post those in there too, so you won't miss them.
am posting the link for the actual stitch along that is going to be happening August 23rd. I just posted that link, so you're going to want to make sure to click on that and be able to sign up for a reminder and click on going so that you know when we are live and you're able to be live with us at that point in time. Someone asked, where do you get the alphabet? You get the alphabet from creativeappliques.com. I posted the link above in the comments as well. And if you can't find it, if you go to the actual event page for the link I just put in there, you will find all the details, the links for Reen's Dazzling Diamond Notebook, and also for the Collegiate double applique alphabet bean and satin stitch alphabet that we're using on this project. And they're all on sale right now, so that's even better.
Right, and all of my notebook covers, I have several in whom notebook covers, they're also on sale. If you go to that link that Dawn posted, all of our information is there, and you can get the reminder if you click on get reminders so that you know when we start, that you don't miss it, but it is recorded and you'll be able to watch it on Dawn Creative Appliques Embroidery Facebook page, Embroidery Gardens Facebook page, Dawn's YouTube channel, and later on I will upload it to Embroidery Gardens YouTube channel. So are you guys excited about our project?
Yes, make sure you put in your the Cuddle 3 to be entered into the giveaway that we'll be doing here in a few minutes. Let us know if you have any other questions about what you want to know to be prepared. Reen, do you want to mention again about having the pieces cut and the pocket pieces prepped ahead of time?
Right. So if you plan on stitching along with us, have your hoop ready, have your stabilizer hooped, have all of your pieces cut, have those pocket pieces prepped, have your design loaded onto your machine threaded, full bobbin in, just have everything you need, be prepared to stitch along because we'll just start and go. Dawn will go over bringing a design in, basically one of her letters, through Embroidery into the notebook file and how to get it centered on the front of it.
Yes, Miritus just asked, I hope I said that correctly, does the alphabet work in the fonts and Embroidery? Yes, it does. It comes in the BX format, which is the format exclusively to Embroidery that allows you to type in a letter or a word or a name or anything using your computer keyboard. So yes, the alphabet does come for use with Embroidery. I'm not sure any other software. I'm not sure of the capability of that, but we're only doing one letter, so it's simple enough to just open the file format that your machine reads and import it into the cover as well. Are there any other questions that anyone has? Make sure you put in your Cuddle 3. It needs to be hashtag Cuddle 3, no spaces. I see some that have no hashtag and have spaces or used an S instead of a 3. Yep, I've done that too. Where can we get the fabrics? So you can, Shannon fabrics are sold at local quilt shops. That is where you're going to find them. You can also look at, go to shannonfabrics.com online, and they have a locator there that may be able to find a store near you. Reen, where else are they able to find if they can maybe shop online somewhere?
Right, you can shop online. Just Google Shannon Cuddle Fabrics and stores will pop up. I'm trying to think of where else you can get it besides, most of the time your local quilt shops will carry it. And again, you need a hide, and that's the fuzzy stuff. And the Cuddle 3, which is the 3mm. It's a low pile Cuddle, so that, we want to make sure our notebooks fit in. That's why we're telling you exactly what we're using, because we want you to use the exact same thing so that you get the look that we get and the notebook fits in.
Yeah, so it's Cuddle Hide, HIDE, and I'm putting it in the comments right now. Cuddle free are the ones that we're using in this project. The hide is the really high loft ones, and the Cuddle 3 is the one that we used for the letter and the inside pocket pieces.
Nan, we're not going to use a patch, so we're not going to go over that. We're going to go over exactly how we stitched our notebooks, which we did it all in the hoop. The letter is actually stitched during the construction of the notebook. It's not something that we add on later. It's all done in the hoop at one time.
Yes. And I'll put in here Shannon Fabrics so you all can see that as well. That is the brand that we're highlighting and showing, and that is, for those of you who turned in late, that's the giveaway that we're having is a package of sweet strips. That this is what the exact stuff that we've used in this project. So get your hashtag Cuddle3 in there. Thank you, Meritus. We're excited too.
And I saw you wanted us to show the projects again. She just tuned in.
Yes.
So it's the notebook cover made with Shannon Fabrics and Dawn's Collegiate Letter on it. So you need to get the alphabet, you need to get the notebook cover, you need to get your Cuddle fabrics and have everything ready. And I saw someone asking again about where you find the stitch along. And it's posted on Dawn's page, Facebook page, it's posted on my Facebook page. The link has been put in here. And I'm sure after the video's over, we'll go back and add some more links too.
This will be recorded, so you will have the opportunity to be able to watch this again, to write down notes if it passed by, if you were watching on your phone while you're driving the kids to activities. So you will be able to see this, but also all of this information, detailed information, is laid out in the Facebook event group page. So if you go to, as Reen just said, Embroidery Gardens Facebook page, my Facebook page, which is Creative Appliques, you can click on events and you can click on the event coming up on the 23rd. And in the description there, it is detailed exactly the pieces that you need, exactly what size, the inches, links to the notebook, links to the alphabet. It's all in there.
And again, we are going to be using the exact products that we tell you to, the exact files that we tell you to. If you use something else, we're not going to be able to help you, with the process, because the sew along is the files that we're using. And don't forget to get that hashtag Cuddle3 in.
Thank you, Susan. This is the best embroidery team. My favorite too. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. We appreciate that. Yeah, we really enjoy doing these. Yep. We really enjoy doing these. So, and if I didn't mention, I can't remember if I just mentioned, but this will be recorded. Yes, I did mention it because that's what we were talking about. I just want to make sure, because I know we get a lot of that question. Is it recorded? And yes, it is recorded. So you'll be able to see. It would not work in a 5x7 hoop. The size hoop that this project is done in is 8x12. So it needs to be done in a bigger hoop than the actual notebook size we're doing. Can we purchase the kit you're giving away if we don't win?
You can purchase Cuddle fabrics at the outlets that we said. This really is not a kit for our project. It does include fabrics that you could use to do our project, but it's not per se a kit for the project. And you can get Cuddle fabrics again at the outlets that we mentioned earlier.
Yes. All right. Are there any last minute questions? If not, get your hashtag Cuddle3 typed in there for the giveaway. We will be picking it in a minute here. And that way you'll be entered into the drawing for each of us are sending out a pack of the sweet strips from Shannon Fabric. It includes both some of the hide as well as the Cuddle 3. And the Cuddle 3 is the lower loft one that we used for here in the pockets, and the hide is the extra fuzzy, super yummy one with lots of loft and pile. So if there's no more questions, we're going to go ahead and pick our first winner. As long as everybody has their Cuddle 3 in, are we ready to go? I am going to draw.
You
Drum
can share
roll,
the screen,
please.
Dawn.
Okay, I have to figure out how to do that.
At the bottom, it says share.
Yeah.
You click that and then share screen.
Okay.
You'll be able to choose the giveaway and they can actually watch it.
All right, so here we are. You see it now? Can you see the screen, Reen?
No.
Okay.
If it doesn't work, that's okay. You could just go ahead.
Nope. Just give me a second. This is my first time, guys. So Reen is.
Once you click share and share screen, click Chrome tab. Or maybe Windows since you're a Mac user. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, I think I got it.
There you go.
There we go. All right. Thank you for your patience, but I think we were able to get more people in there to enter the drawing. So here we go. This is the first winner. Tina Smith, congratulations. You are a winner. You can contact me at Creative Appliques if you go to my website, creativeappliques.com, and contact me through the Contact Us tab and let me know you're the winner today, and we will get the Cuddle kit to you. And now we are going to draw again for Reen's giveaway. Joanna Holmes, congratulations. If you contact Reen, you want to give them the information?
You can use the Contact Us button on my website, www.embroiderygarden.com, or you can contact me through Facebook if you want to also.
All right, congratulations to our winners. And if you have any more questions, you can ask your questions in the event page so that we can assist you with that. But if I were you, I'd run off and find your Cuddle fabric, get it all ordered so that you have it in a week and a half from now to be able to join us during the live.
Sounds great. So thank you all for joining us today.
Thank you for taking the time to be with us, to join us, and for being here. And mark your calendars, Tuesday, August 23rd at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Be ready with all your projects, your pieces all cut and ready to go, your machine all ready to go, and you can stitch along with us.
And maybe we should mention also during our actual stitch along, we're going to have 5 giveaways. So you're going to want to come. There's going to be gift cards to Creative Appliques website, Embroidery Garden's website, and Shannon Fabrics is going to give away 3 Cuddle cuts, which are 2-yard lengths of Cuddle fabric. So be sure to join us and stitch along with us.
Thanks for joining us today, guys. Have a great day.
Bye.